My stepsister's voice was honey-sweet over the phone, promising family bonds thicker than blood. But the $500 gift she begged for left a sour taste. I'm not rich, far from it, but her words, "We're family now. Emma, you have to show up big," guilted me into emptying my savings. Now, standing at her wedding, gift in hand, her sneer cuts deeper than any knife. I'd spent weeks scraping together the money for the crystal vase she'd demanded, a shimmering monstrosity that cost more than my rent. My job at the bookstore barely covered my bills, but Lila's texts were relentless. "It's my big day. Emma, don't let me down." I pictured her beaming, maybe even hugging me, grateful for my sacrifice. I was wrong. The wedding venue was a dream, white roses cascading over trellises, champagne flutes glinting in the summer light, and laughter bubbling like the fountain at the center. I wore my best dress, a thrift store find I'd spent hours mending, clutching the gift box like a shield. My heart raced as I scanned the crowd for Lila, hoping for a moment of connection. We'd never been close, not since our parents married when we were teens. But I thought this could be a new start. I spotted her near the altar, radiant in her gown, her blonde curls catching the sunlight. She was laughing with her groom, a handsome guy named Ethan who seemed kind, if a bit clueless. I approached, my palms sweaty, the weight of the vase pulling at my arms. "Layla," I called softly, smiling. She turned, and her face changed. The warmth vanished, replaced by a cold, appraising stare. "Emma," she said, her voice flat, "you actually showed up." I blinked, confused. "Of course I did. I brought the vase you wanted." I held out the box, expecting at least a flicker of gratitude. Her lips curled into something between a smirk and a grimace. "Oh, that, keep it. I don't need hand-me-down vibes at my wedding." The words hit like a slap. Hand-me-down vibes. I'd sold my old laptop to afford this. My cheeks burned as guests nearby turned to stare, their whispers buzzing like flies. "But you asked me for it," I stammered, my voice barely above a whisper. Lila rolled her eyes. "Yeah, well, I didn't think you'd take it so seriously. It's not like you belong here." "Emma, look at you." Her gaze flicked over my dress, my scuffed shoes, my nervous hands. "This is my day. Don't make it about you." I stood frozen, the box trembling in my grip. Ethan glanced over, frowning, but Lila waved him off with a laugh. "She's fine, babe. Just my stepsister being dramatic." Dramatic, I wanted to scream. I wanted to hurl the vase at the ground and watch it shatter like my trust in her. Instead, I turned and walked away, my vision blurring with tears. The gift felt like a lead weight, a symbol of my stupidity for believing her. I found a quiet corner near the garden, sinking onto a bench. The sounds of the wedding music, clinking glasses, joyful chatter felt like they belonged to another world. I thought back to the years since our parents' marriage. Lila had always been the golden child, charming and beautiful, while I was the quiet one, the reader, the one who didn't fit. I'd tried to bridge the gap, to be the sister she claimed we were, but every effort ended like this, me, alone, feeling smaller than ever. As I sat there, a woman approached. She was older, maybe in her 50s, with kind eyes and a glass of wine in her hand. "You okay, sweetheart?" she asked, sitting beside me. I wiped my eyes, embarrassed. "Just family stuff." She nodded, like she understood. "Weddings bring out the worst in some people. I'm Ethan's aunt. By the way, Margaret." I managed a weak smile. "Emma, Lila's stepsister." Margaret raised an eyebrow. "Oh, I've heard about you. Lila said you were difficult." My stomach twisted. Difficult. She said you're always trying to outshine her. But looking at you, I'm guessing that's not the whole story. Margaret's voice was gentle but sharp, like she could see through the lies. I laughed bitterly, the truth spilling out before I could stop it. She asked me for an expensive gift, said it was what family does. I gave up so much to get it, and now she's acting like I'm some kind of embarrassment. Margaret's face softened. "That's not family. Emma, that's someone using you." Her words were a lifeline, pulling me out of the fog of hurt. I told her everything: the late-night texts, the pressure, the way Lila's charm always hid something colder. Margaret listened, nodding, her presence steadying me. You know, she said finally, you don't owe her anything. Family isn't about what you can give someone materially. It's about respect, love, showing up when it counts. You showed up. She didn't. I looked at the gift box, still unopened in my lap. Part of me wanted to leave it there, to walk away and never look back. But another part, the stubborn part, refused to let Lila win. Not like this. I stood, brushing off my dress. I'm going to give her the gift, I said, my voice steadier now. Not because she deserves it, but because I'm better than her games. Margaret smiled, a glint of pride in her eyes. That's the spirit. I marched back to the reception, my heart pounding but my resolve firm. Lila was dancing with Ethan, her laughter loud and performative. I waited until the song ended, then approached her again. The crowd parted, sensing the tension. Lila, I said, loud enough for others to hear, here's the vase you asked for. I hope it reminds you of what family really means. I set the box at her feet, her smile faltering. Ethan looked confused, but I didn't care. I turned and walked away, my head high, the weight of her judgment lifting with every step. As I left the venue, the night air cool against my skin, I felt something new: freedom. Lila could have her perfect day, her perfect life, but she couldn't have my self-respect. I'd given her what she wanted, but I'd kept what mattered most. Days later, I got a text from Ethan. Lila told me what happened. I'm sorry. The vase is beautiful, but you didn't deserve that. I didn't reply. I didn't need to. I was done chasing approval from someone who'd never give it. Family isn't about blood or obligation. It's about who shows up for you, who sees you, who stays when things get hard. Lila wasn't my family, Margaret was, in that fleeting moment of kindness. And maybe, just maybe, I was enough for myself. What do you think? Was Emma right to give the gift despite Lila's cruelty? Or should she have walked away without looking back? Share your thoughts on where the line between family duty and self-respect lies.